Hey y'all, welcome to Off the Beaten Path. My name is Cush.
My name is Breezy. On our podcast, we explore the great outdoors and the Second Amendment with a blend of culture,
comedy, and conversation. And oh yeah,
I'm making beats.
Folks, we want to welcome y'all back to season 2.
Welcome back in.
Episode 1.
One of those? And one
Yeah.
of these?
There we go. Yeah, give me that.
No, enough.
Hey, so there's a few things we want to express first and foremost. Praise God for everything He's doing in our lives and in our business. And the second thing is, man, season 1 was a hit. A lot of y'all loved it. The shares it got, the love it got over on YouTube, the shorts. We're seeing all the analytics pour in, and we can't express enough the level of gratitude we have. So we want to say thank y'all from the bottom of our hearts. And we're looking forward to this season. This season's going to be amazing because, man,
it's a little different, a little sauce. It's a different sauce this time. Yeah. So I noticed that it's just you and me, Kush.
Yeah. Why is that?
But that's intentional. And I also want to piggyback off that. Genuinely, I know there's a lot of things going on in the world today. So for people to really sit down and watch our podcast and engage with us and just get to know our guests, get to know us, on the journey and evolve and grow with us is truly a beautiful thing. Like you said, glory to God. Yeah. And we're thankful for everyone that was on season 1. But season 2,
a little different.
A little bit different.
What we doing different this season, bro?
Different but the same. Well, this, for instance, is just because a lot of people know us in the space.
Yeah.
And even if you maybe know us a little bit or, we're really tight with you, I think you know a little bit of our story.
Yeah.
But we want to unpack that a little more and tell a little more of that story of how we got here right now. Cush and Breeze.
Yeah.
Off the Beaten Path, Apex Mountain, our faith journey, and talk a little bit about that to kick off season 2.
And in addition to that, this entire season
is
featuring.
Hold on, wait for it.
Women only.
Women only.
And the reason we did that is because, man, there's a lot of women in the outdoor space, in the firearm space, camping, hiking, all of that, canning. And, man, we all came from a woman. Word to Tupac.
Got our name from our woman. Yeah.
We wanted to host a season of ladies exclusively because, man, there's always some intriguing conversations that happen between the ladies, and to be able to explore it and tell that side of what's happening in the industry as it continues to evolve is amazing. And we're happy to be at the forefront with it. So Breeze, where do we start, bro? I mean, like, seriously, like,
man, where do we start? Probably, maybe when.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, when. Well, really, I was gonna say the studio when we opened the recording studio, Forever Dope Media Group. But also, the beautiful thing about that, I just had a conversation today, and in that conversation, I said the beautiful thing about Cush and I is we built the brotherhood first.
Yeah.
Before that business, we were brothers. And even throughout that business and through the ups and downs and the things that not everyone sees in the forefront, we built we relied on our brotherhood. We leaned on our brotherhood. Thank God that we had it. And I think it only strengthened it and made us better, made our business better. And now fast forward to right now. So we
definitely forged our brotherhood in the fire.
For sure.
I think so. I guess let's just jump right into it. Let's
do it.
Breezy and I met, we were both working at a big box music retailer. I'm not going to drop their name because no free promo.
Yeah, that's it.
We were working at this big box retailer. I was a year and a half out of audio school, and Breezy and I, man, it was so funny. I still remember, like, we looked at each other like yo, where do I know this cat from?
I think
And,
everyone's played that game at some point, right? Where do I know you from?
Yeah. And in addition to that, it was very few and far between because when I first started working at this place, I was only
worked like an hour
working like an hour a day. That was the agreement I had with the store manager because I was there for the discounts. And after like 3 or 4 days, so you're talking maybe 2 weeks, me and Breezy, one day we finally we were like looking at each other and we could not let it go, bro. I was like, yo, I know you from somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Well, it turns out I was at a house party for an old friend of his that was at Breezy's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's where the relationship begins, the friendship. We obviously were at this music store, so we're talking music, audio. He finds out I'm a mix engineer. I find out he makes beats, to my surprise, because I was like, yo, bro, ain't no way you cutting these records. And he was like, nah, bro, that's me. And I was like, nah, bro. Shout out my boy Doc.
Shout out
Breezy
Doc.
does have the best.
Oh man. Shots
I'm
fired.
saying that on record.
You're back. Yeah, sorry. I want to let you tell your part of it, but this was a cool moment for me because I remember you walked over with this. It's like kind of questioning. I remember I was playing beats for Doc. Shout out the homie Doc. And you're like, yo, who made that? I was like, me. He's like, nah, bro, who made that? I'm like, yo, that's my beat. He's like, you made that. And if you remember, you gave me a song to chop.
Yep.
You're like, yo, bro, I've always wanted to chop this Leonard Skinner song.
Yep.
And I said, yeah, bet. Which one? And you remember, bro, like the next day I came in and I thought you're like, yo, bro, you spazzed out. So there was some cool moments like that along the way where we just kept continuing to click as brothers at this store. And we were also professional idiots.
Yes. And I gotta say this. We're gonna skip a lot of that, what happened at the store, but we're gonna talk about how we launched into the business because bro, me and Breezy were the top two. Yeah, we were the top 2 salesmen in the entire store. And no one could come close to us. No one ever tried. We did what we wanted to when we wanted to. And I come from a traditional sales background, and Breezy has the personality, which if you're in sales in 2025, you know it's all personality these days. And so, man, there was a gentleman there. I'm just gonna say ahead, R.I.P. He worked in the back warehouse. And he was ill one time and he just didn't look good. And me and Breezy, man, this part right here sounds funny because if you know me and Rob, you know we have a dark sense of humor. We're walking by him and we're like, yo, bro, you look good. You all right? You don't look too good. He goes, man. He goes, I'm all right. And Breezy goes, yo, you look like you're gonna die.
Well, he looked like yellow. You know, he didn't look
yellow. He was jaundiced completely.
And he was a funny guy, so he kind of laughed as well.
His eyes were yellow, like he was literally jaundiced all the way out.
Not knowing.
Literally, the next day we were both working the morning shift. We walk in, and the store manager says, "Hi, I need everybody to come to the corral, the front corral." Yep, we go to the front corral, and he's like, "Man."
Some sad news,
So-and-so passed last night. And, everybody was like, oh, man, what, you know what I'm saying? And me and Breezy were just looking at each other. And this was, I think, the tipping point for both of us. He said the district manager was in town. And right as the store manager finished saying that, he said, this guy, what a dirtbag. This guy said,
looks like we got a position to fill.
It looks like we got an opening to fill. And me and Breezy were like, yo, what? And everybody was laughing. And it's like, man, so ad populum is when when there's a large group of people doing something, everybody thinks it's all right. I don't play with the dead like that. Fresh dead or been dead. I don't play with the dead like that. And me and Breezy were the only 2 people not laughing. You know what I'm saying? So like, we were just like, nah, that ain't even cool. Literally. Within a week or 2, me and Breezy were talking about launching a studio. Fast forward, studio's launched. We had this studio for just under 8 years. and it was called Forever Dope Media Group. And man, we were really big on creating. I worked in the studios down in Miami, and I saw how they document everything. I'm a former recording artist, so I know what the studio sessions are like in small studios, and I know what studio sessions are like in big studios because I was a recording and mix engineer. And I remember when I opened the studio, or when I started working in the studios, I was like, man, we don't do like this on the local level. And so when me and Breezy opened up a studio, we both had the understanding that we're going to run this at a very pro level to start grooming the locals
Premium.
for the potential of going into the actual industry and working. And that's what we did. We set a very high standard in the city. We were running 3-hour minimums. We did producer camps. We did songwriting camps. We built
We had
a clad iron brand here in the city. And y'all would think, man, these boys are crazy because during COVID, man, COVID changed the world, first and foremost. Let me say that. But that's where our faith story begins.
Yeah.
And Breezy, I'll let you pick up on this part right here.
Yeah, for sure. And you, man, what a time in human history. You're right. I remember us looking at each other like, what are we going to do? What do we do with the studio? And what a crazy twist it was, because essentially so many people were furloughed and worked remotely, and we're now starting to get stimulus checks that
our business blew up.
Business blew up. Everyone wanted to come record. They had time on their hands. So it went from a state of like, what are we going to do? How do we pivot? Which, credit to you, we did with the artist, the one-on-one artist interviews, and continue to create content. But you know, pandemic, we're doing good at the studio, and
then the Delta variant
taking precautions. You know, I was very cautious. Them boys would roast me sometimes. I'd wear a mask. I'd have my stuff on, and wash my hands 1,000 times a day. And you know, one day we had like a long weekend. I wasn't feeling too good, and turned out I had COVID. Wasn't too bad at first. I said, oh, this isn't too bad. I'm gonna ride this out at home. I remember telling Cush, like, yo, bro, because like you said, Delta variant. I don't know if people remember the timeline exactly, but the hospitals were crazy. You couldn't go visit anyone in the hospital. Like, the last place on earth I wanted to go was the hospital. And unknowingly, you know, I was like, man, I'll die at home, you know, kind of jokingly, before I go to the hospital. And I'm gonna try to like give the shortened version.
Yeah, do the super short version.
It's
guys, we have some documentation.
I went downhill. Within like a week, I ended up in the hospital. Wasn't good. The last thing I remember before I was completely out was a doctor telling me they were bringing me to the ICU.
Yeah.
A few weeks later, I opened my eyes for the first time. I had a nurse there telling me where I was, why I was there. I was on a breathing machine, a ventilator. I couldn't walk. I couldn't talk. I couldn't move. I had no muscle in my body. And that's really when the real battle began. And it was all over 2 months that I was hospitalized, 1 full month in a recovery hospital. And that's really where my faith started, because it was just me in a room. Just like you see me now is how I drove to the ER, you know, and then I woke up and had to fight through all these things to learn how to walk again and talk again and chew food and things that I never even imagined. And it really it was God. Now I understand this. At the moment I didn't, but it was God unplugging me. He had to get me close. He had to get me to a quiet place so I could find him. And this was part of his purpose for me and part of my testimony. And praise God that I'm here to tell it. And you know, I got out and I was pretty much scared of the world for a while. And Cush and I talked, and praise God for him, because he kept the studio running basically by himself. I mean, we had employees, but
if I can jump in right here, but at that time, like, you know, Breeze is laid up, and we're keep giving you the super condensed version.
Yeah,
I didn't know what the heck I wanted to do, because you know, the short end of that is the doctors thought he was gonna transition over. And so I was like, man, you know, I slapped my old marketing resume back up, and I landed at this ammunition company, and I told my team, yo, we'll book all the sessions, y'all just run them, and over the next 8 or 9 months while Breezy was like finally breaking out of his cocoon and coming back. I was still at this place, and I rebranded this company. I was exposed to something that I had never really realized, and it was that the 2A space and the outdoor space. And I was like, yo, man, like I
I
saw
remember you calling me. Yeah.
I saw a lane for us because Breezy and I already wanted to close the studio, but we just weren't sure on it because, we did have
Yes.
about
Well,
10
I think you
people.
were there,
Yeah, I was
right?
there
As
first.
far
Oh yeah,
because and I said this in conversation with someone the other day. It felt like it went from a tailwind to a headwind.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and
100%.
and I think you realized that before me
Yeah,
because I had this new zest and zeal for like I made it. No,
the
we're gonna
second
do this. We
wind.
we
Yep.
put these much years into the studio. We can't let this thing go. And then slowly I realized that this just wasn't our purpose anymore.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say slowly. I would say what happened pretty
For
quick.
me, yeah, for
That one
me,
session.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
I had to sit with it for a while because we did build this thing and I saw it and I
Yep.
saw what it was. And so, yeah, for you, because you're a little more black and white, you know
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
like I,
yeah.
I had to sit but it was very black and white for me when it happened,
And
when I
so,
realized like
I mean,
we need to pivot.
and praise God because when we did, we had just signed another 3-year lease, and
Yeah,
we
we
went
did.
into our landlord and told him what took place. He's like, "Y'all have been my best tenants for so long. Yeah, cool. Don't worry about breaking the contract. Blah blah blah. Just clean cut."
Yeah.
And that's what we did. And I did sign a non-compete, and so I had to sit for a year. But that whole year, Breezy and I were strategizing. We're like, man, what could we do with that bridges all of our talents, rather brings them over from the entertainment industry, and does it for this space, like the
Right.
Second Amendment space and the outdoor space. And man, a lot. Some of y'all may know this. My contacts out there in the world know this. I am a relationship beast. I firmly believe in connecting dots. I love connecting dots. I love building value in others.
Yeah.
And the other side of that coin is that people find me valuable. And marketing is, helping solve problems and connecting people.
Yeah.
And so when it was time to launch our business, Rob and I had already been strategizing for a year. We picked our name, the branding, and we launched. And we haven't even hit our second year yet, but we're about to cross into it. And man, we launched. I've reached out to some of the influencers I was working with throughout those 7 or 8 months that I was at that company. And I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing now. Me and my business partner are doing this, and we got a bunch of green lights, and praise God from
Praise
there
God.
it's just been
And
up.
it's amazing to think about that journey, right? And some of the side quests we were on
Yeah,
as this thing was in this mountain,
evolving.
so to say, and we were like you, Cush, and me, Breezy, adding to our toolboxes and refining, everything along the way to create Apex Mountain.
And so and that puts us here at off the beaten path because Breezy makes beats. That's his drum machine in the middle. And we love having conversations. We love telling stories. And so this was very natural. One of the holes we saw in the space was like, okay, there's a lot of people in the space, but there's no one telling the stories. And our company slogan for Apex Mountain is bridge the gap between the urban and outdoor markets, because we are city boys. I'm not from Miami, born and raised. I'm from West Palm Beach, born and raised. That's like 45 minutes north of Miami.
Miami's our backyard.
Yeah. And, in the city,
We did some Miami things growing up.
That's a fact.
We
We
found
age in
Miami.
dog years. Yep.
That's a fact.
So by the time I was 21, I had ran in and out of the streets more times than I could care for. And me and my brother, identical twin brother, we were outside doing hood rat stuff because, well, we were hood rats. And so we had fun, and our goal was like, when I found out, y'all may have heard this last season, but when me and Breezy opened up a studio, he was like, hey man, you're gonna be carrying your pistol, right? And I was like, yeah, why? He's like, you got a license? And I was like, license? I don't need no license. He goes, what are you gonna do? I was like, We'll just keep that thing tucked and up it if I need it. He was like, nah, bro. He's like, you need a license. So the only reason I had my L's was because my business partner, my brother, my right hand was like, yo, bro, I don't want to see you get hemmed up. Get your light. Keep in mind, I did not know anything about the gun
And
space
this is
or the outdoor space.
2016, 2017.
Yeah.
This isn't
Yep.
a long time ago.
So fast forward, when I get into the space, I'm like, the data that's coming out of the NSSF, I'm like, yo, bro, there's the Black and Latino and other minorities don't know that we're allowed to own guns legally. I didn't know that growing up. I only thought two types of people own guns growing up: cops and street kids. And I was a street kid. And I don't condone, underage gun ownership, but I do condone education of the underage in firearms because that is a real initiative. And I do support that because, I am a father of 3, and shooting is a sport that me and 2 of my kids love, and I know Breezy loves with his and his son. So I say that because, man, this is one of the bridges. This is one of the literal bridges that we've decided to create in order to help tell these stories. And y'all have been really receptive of our stories. And, our faith calling, it truly is our North Star. We let that navigate everything. And if you guys knew us, I want to say this because I don't think y'all will ever be able to wrap your head around how much Breezy and I were in the wilderness. I will always refer to my time.
And that might not even mean anything to a segment of people being in the wilderness, because I didn't really know what that was 6 years ago.
I was just about to say that. I will always refer to my time as a agnostic person. That period in my life will be always the wilderness because I purposely turned my back on the Lord when I was like 20, 25, 24, and I only came back 2 years ago. So yeah, it's almost 17 years. But there was a mountain of stuff happening, and the straw that broke the camel's back was when my brother Breezy was about to kick the bucket, and God said, "Nope, not yet." And I told the Lord, yo, full transparency. I'm not gonna say it because I'm working on my tongue, but I cursed at the Lord. I said, I didn't curse him. I just said, if you're blank real, you'll bring Breezy back. And literally overnight, he started doing better. And I had to keep my word to the Lord because the Lord made provisions to keep Bob here. to keep my boy Bob here.
My boy Bobby.
My boy Bob. And I had to the last 2 years has been a very explorative state for me. And I got baptized last year, almost a year ago, July.
Wasn't that a couple years ago? Because remember, that was late 21. I went down. Because I got baptized November 22. I got baptized a couple years ago, wasn't it? No,
I saw a picture here. It's definitely July, maybe July 23. Yeah, 2 years old. Because I remember the other day I said, "Oh, it's my birthday."
Yeah,
you're like, "Yo, I like this, man."
My birthday.
And so,
you're new men.
That's our story in a nutshell, man.
Yeah.
The Lord, man. There's something me and Breezy have been saying. This podcast is to not only talk about that. We realize this after season 1. We want to talk more about our faith. And we understand that all of our guests may or may not have views that align. Our goal is not to get people to say, this conversation isn't one that I want to engage in. No, our goal is to tell the story of people and sprinkle in our faith because
it's part of our story.
It's part of our story. It's a big part. Yeah. And you'd be surprised at how many people have faith. Sometimes it's a quiet faith. Sometimes it's I heard this expression when I was a teenager. Wow, wide open worship faith, meaning like they're just we know a guy who talks to everybody about Jesus. Doesn't matter where you're at in life or where you're at in location.
You're saying personally, we actually know.
Yeah, we know him. Yeah.
And he has an amazing story. I used to shun him and mock him in the wilderness, not understanding his story.
Yep.
For one, and I just have that much more of an appreciation for it. So you never know. And I want to say as well, I agree with everything you're saying. I mean, we talk on a day to day, and we're very aligned in what our mission is, and keeping God first is that, man, you're never too far from God. Just talk to him.
That's it.
I never prayed. I used to think you tell me you were praying for me. No, thanks. I'm good. I thought that was
You know what the beautiful thing is, bro? As long as you have breath in your lungs,
that's
it's
it.
never too late, bro.
It's never too late. So
we're just here to sow the seed.
that's it.
Where it lands,
Right.
is on you.
Yeah.
It could land in good
Pray
soil.
That's it. And not in the
Yeah.
get choked out.
That's it, brother.
Gravel in the rocks. Yeah.
But
So
yeah, our talents, our faith, and hip hop and comedy all intersect right here on this podcast.
Intersect. I was going to say the culmination. Either way, they cross and paths and hidden things and forks in the road.
Perpendicular.
And
what are you gonna do?
I do have a beat here on the.
Oh yeah.
Get up
Folks,
live, but
play the sample,
fresh, bro. Like if we're going like produce standards, I don't know what's considered like fresh until it's old, but I would say this is pretty fresh.
Play the sample, brother. Let me hear
it up on the cart. So you let me know what you think about this.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the drop.
Very simple. That's it. That's
that's it?
You know what I did with this? This was one of those beats, and I'm sure my producers out there, Cush included, can appreciate this. And this can go for life as well. Sometimes you just got to strip it down, bro.
That's it.
You got to keep it simple. Yeah. I made that, and I had all this stuff going on, and I got rid of some drums, and I kept it simple. It's sample, a few drums, some hats.
Look.
What is it? Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. So yeah, keep it simple, stupid, or keep it stupid simple.
I like that one too. What is it?
That's what I usually say because I don't want to offend people. Oh, you call me stupid. No, I said keep it stupid simple.
Stupid.
Anywho,
so
this episode is the kickoff for season 2. It is to tell y'all that we are going to be a little more intentional with our conversations as far as our faith is concerned, our production. We noticed last season we didn't really talk a lot of hip hop either. You know what I'm saying? Like we are like rap heads. You know?
We're nerds. We're heads. We can
definitely. I got a vinyl collection. Breezy got a vinyl collection. Breezy's a producer. I haven't produced in some time, but I can do a thing or two. But I can rap.
There's a reason they call him Amazon Kush. He be out in the wilderness.
I can rap
up trees and throwing coconuts. He can rap too.
Yo, bro. Speaking of rapping, yo, we're gonna launch my project, Grace in the Wilderness. That's been almost done for almost a year.
It has. What are you waiting on?
My boy needs to send me one last beat.
I think I got it. I think I might know a guy.
So, all right. I know when you were in the world, who was your top 5?
Jay-Z, Nas, Andre 3000. This is no particular order.
Yeah.
Ice Cube, Scarface.
Yo, my list was close.
Probably interchange that. I'd go back and forth on DMX, Prodigy from Mobb Deep, and at one point in time, Cool G rap. Like you couldn't out rap him to me.
Prodigy definitely has the best verse, hands down, ever.
No question.
Greatest verse of all time.
Bar for bar. It's a Bronx Tale. If we're talking movies, it's
100%.
It's Goodfellas. It's flawless. Start to finish.
And you could wheel it up 1,000 times.
I think we've punched each other like 1,000 times on road trips. We haven't heard that song a billion times.
You remember that one road trip we listened to it like 40 times?
We were leaving New York.
Literally, yeah.
New York was the backdrop.
Yeah,
I said for anyone that's, we both grew up in South Florida, so it was very transient. It was a melting pot. So that's how I knew dudes that were listening to Texas music and West Coast music, and we had Booty and Miami Bass, 2 Live Crew, a lot of New York influence down here. But I was still from Palm Beach. I was from West Palm. I never forget the first trip I took to New York. And I heard that music in Brooklyn in the city. I was like,
Different.
yo, it hits. It all makes sense now. Like I get it. I'm in this concrete jungle, listening to Mobb Deep and Wu-Tang and Nas, and it just hits so different.
That's like us and Trick Daddy or Luke Skywalker in the club.
Because flip the script. I remember New Yorkers hating hard on all that. Oh man, and I said, just wait till y'all come to the club. And
bro, you remember when Outkast came out?
Oh, come on, man.
Bro, I remember the first time I heard Scarface.
Come on, man.
Well, the first time I heard Scarface or anything from the Third Coast, UGK, 8 Ball, and MJG, my mind was blown. I'm from the South through and through. Bro, transparently, I don't know how many dudes will admit this, bro. I didn't listen to New York rap until I want to say I was like 19 or 20. The first New York record, I remember 2 records from New York. One of them was, and that's because my sister was older than me. Queen Latifah, Who You Calling Up? UNITY. That one, and then You Down with OPP. Yeah, you know me. But I don't know if they're from New York or not.
No, that's Jersey, but it was a New York sound though. Yeah,
but after that,
East Coast, we'll say East Coast hip hop.
After that, No Limit Records had me in a headlock, bro.
Yeah.
No Limit had me in a headlock. Cash Money had me in a headlock. 8 Ball, MJG,
what
UGK.
an era.
Bro,
No Limit was dropping an album like every other week. I'd go to remember Tuesdays. You like that was the day, that was the album drop day. You'd be at the store spazzing out because 10 albums dropped.
You're like, yo, steal one for me.
We all had a homie that worked at Specs or Peaches.
Oh man,
yeah.
Shout out my
man. Oh man, I was gonna ask you a question. Oh, I know we argue about this a lot, and we'll have to cut this little piece to ask the people because my brother Cush, we're both fans of Nas.
Oh, here we go.
But we argue Illmatic or Stillmatic.
Stillmatic all day.
Illmatic, dude, because that was one of the first albums that I never forget. This was the days of cassettes, singles.
I
never forget I had Halftime on cassette, and it was Nasty Nas at the time. He was still nasty, dropped the nasty. But we argue on that a lot, which is funny because I also, to flip the script, the strangest thing in my life, I knew a guy that was a Nas fan but didn't like Illmatic. Like that wasn't he was
I wouldn't say that.
It was written post Illmatic, dude, and I was like, yo, that's so strange.
That's strange. Yeah.
That's like liking Jordan, but only when he played for the Hornets.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to say something about that. You brought that up. I only became a Jordan fan when he was evolving into Jordan. I wasn't a Jordan fan before Chicago, but like the 90s.
Well, yeah, but that was...
You know who I was a fan of? Muggsy Bogues. I made a post about this years ago.
5'3", baby.
He stood tall amongst giants.
100%.
Bro, that's all art.
If they're big, they're slow. If you're small, you're quick. Use your strength and their weakness. That's I think you posted the picture. It's him and Jordan.
Yeah.
And Jordan's got the ball palmed in his hand and he's looking down at Muggsy.
I made that post, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. Man, and I wish, hindsight is 2020. And I remember when I was younger, bro, all I wanted was a Muggsy Bogues jersey.
Yeah.
Because I remember my mom,
I was like, I can make it to the league one day.
No, my mom, like, why do you like Muggsy Bogues so much? And I was like, man, he ain't number 5'3".
Defy all odds, bro. I'm sure he heard his entire life. Nah, bro, that ain't. He ain't never gonna make the league, bro.
All you gotta do is believe.
Shout out all the Spud Webb.
Man, R.I.P. Spud. Wait, is he dead?
No, I don't think.
No, I think
Spud's still with us.
Yeah, Spud. Anyhow, so outdoors, bro. I know last semester, there it is, last semester.
No, and last we branched out, not for nothing. No, dang, Spud Webb, 62, bro.
Oh, Spuddy. Potato Webb, there he is. Yep. Potato
Webb. Anthony Jerome Spud Webb. There he is.
AJ. We gotta tell our boy AJ.
Oh, he was 5'6".
Wow. Another one. Stood tall amongst giants. But so man, that's our story in a nutshell. We are gonna reinforce talking more rap, hip hop, beats, You guys know our sense of humor, comedy. This season, we're looking forward to all the amazing guests. We already have a few shows recorded. And so we're really excited. We're really excited to continue this platform and continue building with y'all. And man, also our business, Apex Mountain, is hosting some incredible giveaways month over month. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at
He came out of the gate strong. Go ahead. Sorry.
at APXMNTN. And we host giveaways monthly, and we're wrapping one up at the end of this
Go ahead
month.
and run it down. What do we got on there? What do we got for the giveaway?
We got the Matador Mat 9 roller. We got the Gideon optic. We have Texas Star from Crate Tactical. We have magazines from KCI.
Yep.
And we're contributing $250 of, don't quote me on that. It might be 200 or 250. But whatever, we're giving a credit up to $250 of ammo. So make sure y'all register, y'all stay follow us, stay tuned with us, stay tapped in, all that.
Locked in.
But yeah, we're excited to bring you this next season, and we want to keep building with y'all. And yo, Breeze, I know you had already pre-made this beat, but let the people hear the beat one more time.
One more time.
There it is. There it is.
Really. Man, the Clips album gave me some inspiration.
Yeah.
Pharrell, really.
Yeah.
Dude looks like he's just got out of high school still, too.
Yeah. Still to this day.
To this day. Yeah.
Yeah. Y'all stay tuned for the next episode.
Stay locked in.
We're gonna keep this one short and sweet. We appreciate y'all.
That was good.
Yeah, y'all have a good one.
Until next time, let's round of applause. If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.